This is BTV News at 9 o'clock, coming to you live from the capital, Gaborone. I am Khomotso Mapane. Let's have a look at stories leading the way this evening. The president stresses Botswana's commitment to leaving no citizen behind as the country transforms its economy through innovation and technology. Farming subsidies to be extended to mitigate the negative impact of drought to farmers. And in sports, First Division South log leaders joining young strikers to look to cement their place at the top of the log when they play against Presence 11 on Saturday. Interpreting in sign language is Topo Taposa. Good evening. The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, says no citizen should be left behind as the country continues the journey of the economy through innovation and the use of technology. The President made these remarks as he welcomed the Legatum Foundry Fellows from the USA. Gigantse Khumalo.
Botswana places emphasis on adopting innovation and technology as another way of transforming its economy. It is for this reason that government continues to foster collaboration and partnerships with innovation and research organizations from developed countries to benchmark on. The country has already set the foundation for innovation by establishing Smart Bots platform, which aims to fast-track the digital transformation of this country.
To foster the growth of entrepreneurship and innovation in Botswana, my government has established a new Ministry of Entrepreneurship, as well as a robust set of policies and legislation to support our entrepreneurs and innovators on their brave journeys into the new Botswana. We are well aware that good policies alone will not bring about the transformation, the growth and development we envision as a nation without the requisite efforts of our entrepreneurs and innovators. It is in this intentional collaboration, both between our own ecosystem players gathered here today and those who have walked this path before, such as yourselves, esteemed Legatum Foundry Fellows, that the magic lies, and it is in that vein that I encourage you, esteemed fellows, to work with the various players in the Botswana entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystem to leverage their work and potential to bring your dreams and vision to life.
The Legatum Foundry Fellow Centre generates research and ideas around the world to provide entrepreneurs in developing countries with knowledge and tools that will help them create and grow their businesses.
Botswana has transformed into one of the continent's beacons of stability and prosperity. And this is why for this center it was very important for us to bring our fellows to understand the ecosystem here and to use the case of Botswana to inspire them.
I am confident that the collaboration in the form of Legatum Center for Development and Entrepreneurship at MIT will go a long way in aiding and accelerating the development of innovation-driven enterprises across the world. Botswana aspires to be a high-income, knowledge-based economy by 2036. So I and my colleague Cabinet Minister, Karabo believe that working with institutions such as the Legatum Center and its entrepreneurs holds the key to unlocking our latent potential as a nation.
Being the first Legatum Foundry Fellow from Botswana is a privilege that I do not take lightly. It is a testament to the immense potential that resides within our nation. The Legatum Foundry Fellowship has not only provided me with invaluable resources and mentorship, but has also allowed me to forge connections with like-minded entrepreneurs from around the world.
Partnerships such as this one places Botswana in a better position to realize the dream of achieving a knowledge-based economy by the year 2036. Kikanse Kumalo, BTV News, Gaborone.
Government will continue farming subsidies such as livestock feed, among others, due to the extended period of drought experienced in the year 2023-2024. This was said by the Vice President, who's also the Member of Parliament for Boteti West, Mr. Slamba Tsohwane, at a Khotla meeting in Tere. Sabaitseng Taboho reports.
The government declared the 2023-24 period a drought year following low rainfall. Consequently, to mitigate the impact of the drought on farmers, the government will continue to subsidize livestock fees.
Puso ine ya kgona go atolosa gape le dithuso tse dingwe tse di thusang barui tsa go jisa dikgomo go di hepa mo nakong e thata ya leuba ka go oketsa dijo tse di harologanyeng tsa gore barui ba ka di reka ba di rekela dikgomo tsa bone. Mme gape go ntse go le go puso ine ya oketsa go batela diphologolo metsi mo diphakeng ka go oketsa didiba mo diphakeng tse di harologaneng tsa rona gore diphologolo le tsone kana ke jone bontlha bongwe jwa itsholelo ya rona ya lehatshe.
Tere village is still grappling with water shortage that leaves residents stranded for days.
Smart boards. Smart boards ga yo ka kwa. Bogolo a go tsene mo khoteng. Kana ha sekolong ha le kana high risk.
Ga ya go Sidibe tota mothusa taotona. Ha le gore o ta mo phuthego ka di 22 ha re di 19 metsi a tshela go Sidibe. Di 22 ha re huralela metsi a re huralela.
Relevant stakeholders have assured that efforts will be made to address the water shortage.
Ka gore metsi a bantse ba no le dibuiwa ha ba ile go rona ba ile go applyela metsi kwa ba re ba tulo applyela Sediba ya no mo gorela gore ba no sa le dikgomote ka gore gompieno metsi a tswa kwa ke solohela gore thaelo ya metsi a ne ta nna selo sa maloba ka gore metsi ntse ra pompa re ntse re no sa bone le dikgomo tsa bone ya no ke tsela re gompieno a re ta ba ra pompa a ta ba le bagane bone
timoro toto ke itile ra gore madua a bonale re a go thuo le toto ke tshulelo a rona ka gore motsata o terkerata o tona gore no le hatsi thuo e tsetse go godimo ke mo bonang a tisitse matsopa a dikgomo a thabologile.
The Vice President still appeals to residents of Tere to register to vote as the final day approaches. Sebastian Tebogo, BTV News, Tere.
In a Khotla meeting officiated by the Member of Parliament for Molepolle South, Mr. Kabo Moroyeng, comprehensive workshops aimed at addressing women's issues were underscored as crucial for the empowerment of women. Mr. Moroyeng emphasized the importance of addressing these issues in order to empower women towards self-reliance. Budulo Mkhorosi.
Gore bomme ba kgone go ikemela mo dikgwebong. Bomme mme a itse gore ga depende mo mothong wa rrela gongwe ha o bana go kgontswe di nna di le tenyana ke gore re ikegile matshelo a rona ra ikegile mo go borre
tota ha o tswa go tlase o kgona go gola mme o gola ka maikeelelo ebile ke le re ke re gongwe nka le kgothatsa ka re ka re le kganya gore ha o le mo motseng dio tse dingwe tse di batlang boithaopo ya ka go bua ka bonte ba ke go lebele le bone bo VDC ba ile gore ha ne se bone re ke be re sa kgona go tlala le tsone di botlhokwa batsadi.
These are some of the women encouraging others to confront the challenges they commonly face, urging them to utilize government programs for poverty eradication.
Me boa maru jo bongwe ke gore ba tshwere bothata ka gore ke bone ba godisang setšhaba gore ka tsela eo puso e na le mananeo batsadi ba me a e leng gore maikaelelo a puso ke gore le bomme le lemoge gore puso ye ya kgathala ka lona a o bona e na le lephata e na le maphata e na le mananeo a itebagantseng hela le bomme maikaelelo magolo e le gore bomme ba kgone go rotloediwa gore la atlege gore dikgwebo tsa lona ba le senang dikgwebo le di simolole.
Go tšhentšhileng gore ke batlelwe mosadi le wena o batlelwe monna. Go tšhentšhileng gore o reye ngwana wa gago mo reye gore ke batla wa go tshola ngwana le ngwana wa gago le bana. Because ka nako eo se se utlwalang ke gore go ne go laolesega ebile go ne go na le kgalemo.
Different speakers highlighted the necessity for community unity to combat the prevalent issues of gender-based violence and killings.
A re lebelle gore mme gone ga kgokgontsho e le kana-kana e dirwa ke eng. Re se ka ra lebella hela gore kgokgontsho ke ye be re taboga le yone gore kgokgontsho ke a re lwantsheng. A re lwantshe re ntse re batisisa gore mme gone ke eng kgokgontsho e le kana-kana.
Nte ba go lebelera malapa ho. Nte ba go lebelera o tsama o kgona go tlhola yo mongwe o lebelela yo mongwe o song.
The MP's ongoing Khotla meetings continue to encourage women to make use of the government programs and acquire specialized knowledge to overcome challenges they face. Budulo Mogorosi, BTV News, Molepolole.
The chairman of Ntledi Kgosi Puso Gaborone says the University of Botswana is the ideal institution to equip Magosi with necessary skills to help them effectively address evolving societal challenges. He said this during a recent visit to the University of Botswana by members of Ntledi Kgosi. Horata Moranyani and Samantha Habaimi with the report.
The University of Botswana, which is renowned for its significant contributions to societal development, is being sought after to assist Kgosi in enhancing their leadership skills. The traditional leaders have made a suggestion to the university management for tailor-made short courses specifically focused on leadership.
Is partnership with the University of Botswana. Programs tailor-made for the course more investing ya Botswana. Neragora re batla go bona di course di tsena go continuing education ba rutwa on leadership, on management ka gore ga re sa ruti di course tsa rona ga re sa tlhatlhelele di course tsa rona di oketsa kitso ya tsone the institution ka monokela e tla nyelela kana it will be rendered irrelevant. So capacity building training for the course is very important.
With most researches done in the university to solve and improve the livelihoods of Botswana, engaging with local community ensures the nation is poised for future where innovation and sustainability is intertwined to create a flourishing society.
Neraskara ira go university ano ile ke thata go remella mo ditlhotlhomisong tsa go dirang gore di re ditlhotlhomiso di ka tokahatsang matshelo a batho. Improvement of livelihoods.
Madikolo tota na remeletsi mo dithutong mo re go bitsang re teaching and learning. Jaanong re bone gore tota go tsamaya le dinako le gone gore re ise itsholelo ko pele. Rona re le madikolo re tshwanetse re ititeka thupana ka gore tswelelo pele nngwe le nngwe e tswa mo dipatlisisong.
Go ketse maranyane mo dikgotleng tsa lona mme kana ga rena batho ya ka le itse gore dikgosi ga rena personnel e leng gore e kgona go dirisa maranyane a sentle mme University of Botswana ke university e leng gore e ka kgona gore ga o batla go dira sengwe o ka kgona gore o ba contacte ba kgone gore ba go tsenyetse maranyane a ntseng yalo.
As universities persist in their commitment to enhancing the livelihoods of Botswana, the University of Botswana proudly contributes to generating 60% of Botswana's human capital. Khorata Moranyane, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Gambling Authority, Mr. Peter Kisitile, says they expect to issue betting and limited payout machine licenses in the first half of the year. He shared that he is pleased by the number of Botswana that have applied for these licenses since they put out the call for applications. Mr. Kisitile revealed the status of the applications in an interview with BTV on Thursday. Tolofelo Tombale reports.
The Gambling Authority has highlighted that as the gambling industry's regulator,
they have made responsible gambling one of their priorities. As such, they are focused on educating the nation on gambling responsibly before issuing betting licenses and those for limited payout machines in the first half of this year. It emphasized those applications are under review.
Ke bone re ba ba itseng tsone dilo tse tsa bopelo tse petshore go taba ya ka bona ba ntseana ke ba ba di tlotla rather doing what we call evaluation ha ba tswa mo evaluate tota mo penta mo go ting investigation good investigation ba be ba checka gone gore nya ba dira one those investigation ya no re tswa mo investigationing re tsana mo go tenyana ba tle ba dira mo go ting evaluation. Ya ni evaluation anu ba simolla go tlhala bo mankger kana nna ke re le batswana ke bara ke na iprelle tlebele le bele tsa le betse.
The prevalence of gambling is at 5% in our country, which means that there's 95% of people who are gambling who are doing something right. But we are not saying we are forgetting this 5%. Like I said, we ensure prevention to ensure that this 5% doesn't increase, it actually decreases. And with our prevention program, we go around the country educating people and ensuring that by the time these new license types are here in our country and operating, BOTSWANA are equipped with skills to be able to gamble responsibly.
Mr. Kisitile said the gambling industry has the potential of being a significant contributor to the national economy.
We are focusing employment at plus or minus 3,000. It's a lot. These are direct jobs. Direct, direct jobs. Dit like on Mahama. Why it's much lower now, and our how long I allow Berek. So ripple effect.
The Gambling Authority emphasized that there are various responsible gambling programs to ensure the stability of the nation as these new licenses are issued, including rehabilitation for gamblers who develop an addiction. Tsolofelo Tombale, BTV News, Gaborone.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Communications, Knowledge and Technology, Mr. Ponto Busoitzile, has commended BOTSWANA Post for their unwavering commitment in spreading their services nationwide, more especially in remote areas. Mr. Busoitzile was speaking yesterday in Salajwe, where BOTSWANA Post was officially opening a post office which will serve that village and peripheral ones like Gurumelajwe, Surilatolo, and Kaudwani. Bokamoso Kusafalo.
Salajwe is located roughly 60 kilometers from Letlhakeng and is one of the remote villages in the area. On this day, BOTSWANA Post officially opens a post office which is expected to serve Salajwe and its neighboring villages, including Sorila Tolo, Kudumelajwe, and Kaudwani, an effort which resonates well with the government reset agenda that calls for every citizen to have access to services.
Salajwe Post Office signifies government's dedication to providing basic services and creating opportunities for our people. It will not only serve as a reliable and convenient mail center, but also offer digital and financial services to spur economic growth and improve livelihoods in this region. Poso tsa malatsing nga ha se tsa go posa hela go tsa dikolo hela. Ke diposo tse di tsetsang ditlhabololo tsa gore le madi le bela itlhala gone le sa la tele bokgakala. Le tse dingwe hela yalo ditirelo tsa di technology a ka re setse re buile tsa go kgethela dikoloi le di itlhele gone.
Bokra itse di kgwetlo tse the postal sector e lebaganye le tsone diposo ka gore di lebaganye le bogolo jang morago ga COVID-19 is na go na iphitlhamisa itsolelo a mafatshe mme ga ra ka ra tsholetsa mabogo ra rola mago mo tlhogong re tsweletse ka go leka go re emeletse diposo batswana ba bone ditlamelo.
This was a welcome development as it will cut on the expenses that residents have to incur to seek for essential services at other villages.
Le thata le bokgosi ne ya re ha ka tsa diphuthegong ke bo ke itse re potso ya ntha ke gore poso e tsamaya kae re sale re ragelwa poso ke lebogela thata thulaganyo eo modula stilo re Mathibe ke leboga thata thulaganyo e molaodi ka gore tota kgannye ke gore dithabologo kgotsa dithabololo re di tshwaraganetse re tshwanetse gore re se ka ra kgotha-kgothana ka tsone ka gore ga re kgotha-kgothana yo a utlwang botlhoko ke yo a direlwang dithabololo tse gore rona ba re kgotha-kgothanang ga gona ko re yang teng ebile le morago wa sala jo ga o to go setaga wa ko letlhakeng o tsaya lebaka le lele jaaka o sa tswa go tlhalosa
re le khansele ya letlhakeng re motlotlo mme ebile re ipela thata ka botsalano jwa rona le ba Botswana Post jo bo atlegisitseng tswelediso ya kago ya posoye jwa ba jwa netegatsa gore tiro ya kago ya posoye ya atlega ke sone se le bonang re le gano mo tsatsing la gompieko go tla go ipelela.
Salajo Post Office forms part of the 5 that Botswana Post, in partnership with BOCRA through its Universal Access and Service Fund, intends to build nationwide. All this in an endeavor to enhance accessibility and improve service delivery, thus positively impacting livelihoods of the local people. Bokamoso Kutsafalo, BTV News, Salajo.
Ms. Laramang Moja-Tlhonse, who occupies a unique position of being the only female tour guide in Ngabeha Okavango tented camp, says she's progressing well in her career. The 35-year-old, who hails from Gang, says that tourists who visit the camp regularly give her positive feedback. Mario reports.
Ms. Lahama Moja-Tlhonse, or LG as she is popularly known within the tourism industry, is a lady tour guide and the only lady amongst the men at Ngabeha camp in the Okavango Delta. LG says even though her job is challenging as they have to drive deep in the forest and rough terrains, tourists always give a positive feedback for her service.
So many people are surprised, and many they don't believe it until they get the experience, until we go on, and that's when they believe and they feel safe with me. But some, yes, some they don't believe, some they believe, but at the end of the day, they are very happy because we are trained before we do this job. We are trained, so we know what exactly we are doing. You have to be very brave and very strong, especially in the male-dominated field, because there are so many challenges. But you know what? Challenges makes you grow. You have to grow, and there's no how you can live without challenges.
Some of the tourists who were with LG on a game drive expressed their happiness towards the services and guiding skill that was displayed by LG.
Didn't notice the difference.
No, she's superb.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's so good. Yeah. Feel very safe, in safe hands.
Definitely. I mean, her driving is like, whoa, this is really, you're in control. Yeah.
Feel completely safe.
Yeah.
Mr. Balimetsi Mokwami, who is the head guide in Ngabeha camp, says their company will continue hiring and empowering lady guides. He said they also capacitate them through training.
We are doing all that we can to not look her or to see her fail, because as a head guide, what I'm doing, I regularly check on each of the guides, their feedbacks, how they are doing, and I'm quite open to everyone that if there's any how they want to be helped in terms of sharing the knowledge with them, the guiding techniques, because and beyond, you would see that our standard of guiding is probably to the high. I always describe it as a top-notch.
LG will continue to be one of those who represent government initiatives such as mindset change of doing things differently to improve people's lives. Lavmo Mario, BTV News, Ngabeha Camp, Okavango Delta.
The Kalahari North District Crop Production Officer, Mr. Colin Mbereki, has urged farmers to consider going into commercial farming as it has better economic benefits. Following the introduction of the Moletlotlo program, which aims to revitalize arable farming, Gang farmers appear to be responding positively to the program. Neo Mudungwa reports.
Of recent, the Ministry of Agriculture has introduced the Moletlotlo program, which aims to revitalize arable farming and use of agriculture as a driving tool to attain the country's high income status. Hence, the Kalahari North District Crop Production Officer, Mr. Colin Beregi, appealed to farmers to take advantage of this program to advance their farming.
Moletlotlo ne re leditse o kare batho ba ka lema dijalo tse re itseng ga di na le dikatso hela tse di botoka, mme dikatso tse di botoka tse ne di ka bonala gape ga ile gore batho ba ka yata temo ba phutula le masimo. Jaanong masimo ha le manyenyane di gogediseo seemo sa rona unfortunately ke sonese.
Nonetheless, Mr. Mbereki says he is dejected of low turn-up of farmers' registration for the Moletlotlo program.
Mo go ba 50 ba ba hilwe di grant ke na le matshwenyego a gore I'm just being informed right now gore o ka re na le ba le 5 hela ba ba kgoneng go ba tema of any size. That means ba ba 45 le bone jaanong ga ise ba be tema.
Farmers expressed their views concerning this program.
Lenaneo la Moletlotlo tota lone le ka re tswara mosola ha ka bo bana ba ipankantse jaanong gore ba le ntshitse ba sa ipankanya because re heletse re bua ka go molemisi go sena dipeo.
Tata rona gore a re ke pula mme gone ka gore ke gone re simololang gongwe re etana ngwanaka mme mathata a bone ba temo le toto ba re ska ra lema dipeo tsa rona ga twe re lemehela bo dinawa le mmidi le lebelebe le tse dingwe tse ba di buang jaaka maloba ke ne ke utlwa ba bua ka ditou rona kana re rata makatane.
Ke lemogile gore pula ka kwana e butsana so ile ka di 5 le place na ena ka be ke le molola gotlhe ha ka be ke broadcast ke itse gore kana peo e batla bokgola ga ke a disa this Moletlotlo because ena ya introduce wa very very late me sa go sa bolo go bua ka yone ka bo 2022 ke ne ba sa e simole go launch ka bo the beginning of 2023.
At a time when the government is imploring Botswana to boost their economic participation in different sectors of the economy, Gum farmers who are also renowned for cattle farming affirm that Mindset Change campaign has challenged them to use the Moletlotlo program to boost their arable farming ventures. Now, Modungwa, Botswana Television, Kang.
Mr. Kopano Lebang of Maunatlala is the 83rd beneficiary of the Botswana Police Service House Donation Program. Mr. Lebang, who has impaired vision, previously lived with his parents and will now enjoy his newfound independence in his bachelor pad. Mamusi Siska with more.
Mr. Kopano Lebang, living with limited ability due to impaired vision, becomes a fortunate beneficiary after necessary formalities were facilitated by the Social Welfare Office. Previously residing at his parents' house due to lack of a suitable structure on his plot, he now enjoys newfound independence and dignity in his bachelor pad house.
2015 go fitlhela ngwaga o no o setse ntlo e fela nne go se motho go ba gaitse gore o ka tsamaya leeto le le kae gore o bo goroge ga go itlhela fa mosepele o no le molele mme le gale ba buile dibui ba ba buileng sa me ke go leboga hela
ana go direla motho ntu ba gaitso ke tota hela e go godimo thata ha motho a go sena ha la tsantho tota o ka bona gore le seriti sa go tota se kotas ya no gompieno ngwana ke le mohile tota e go godimo e ro lene ke bona tsa jeno tala la robetse go rokokgo so sara kwadiba.
This noble gesture is inspired by the Police Service Social Responsibility Initiative, aligning with the nation's Vision 2036 Pillar Number 2. This pillar emphasizes creating a society that offers opportunities for everyone.
A coordinating team was set up and made its first contribution, 250 pula, ka di 22 tsa February 2019. From this day, Maunatlala station personnel, which of course includes 6 police stations, continuously contributed in their personal capacity to their dream project.
Thulaganyo ya go abantu mo Maunatlala ke thulaganyo ya spodisi sa Botswana e tswang go lwe ka yona re dira gore re se ka ra leba hela gore tota rona tiro ya rona keng e re gentse re dira yana e be re bona gore le batho ba re berekang le bona ra ba tlhabolla ka gore go agela motho ntlo kana le gone go ntse go a thusa mo go thibeleng borukutlhi kana motho ga go tsatsi le phirima go sena go a robalang teng.
The gesture is a testament to perseverance and community partnership, displaying the positive impact achievable individuals work together.
Unity, strength, divided we fall. Jano, ke re sone seo batho beso, ke sone se le se supileng gompieno. Mme dilo tse dintsi ga re di kgone, ga re sena boineelo jo bo tlhokagalang mo tirong.
The construction of the bachelor pad costs over 90,000 pula, with the labor generously contributed by 6 skilled individuals from the local community. Their voluntary effort encompassed building, carpentry and plumbing, highlighting the community's dedication to this project. Mamusi Siska, BTV News, Maunatlala.
The Member of Parliament for Serowe West, Mr. Kenale-Pelo Kidikilwe, has emphasized the importance of properly caring for people living with disabilities, as well as ensuring that their rights are protected. Mr. Kidikilwe highlighted this in a Khotla meeting in Tshise Ward in Serowe recently. Refilwe Mutube reports.
VDC chairperson of Tshise Ward, Mr. Bayindi Mpedi, has also elaborated further on projects that are ongoing, such as the Skills Project Transfer, which aims at offering training on different survival skills, but currently the project is facing developmental hurdles.
Project ya Skills Transfer isimolodisitswe ngwaga o hitileng kgwedi ya July. Matshwenyo ga gore ke be ke bua ga ka yone ke ya ke gore e saletse ko morago gampe kwa ha re bua jana re se re heditse go aga ka go ye mme re heditseng go aga ka go eneo gora gore ba ba thathella ntse ditabong di dira gore ntwe e helle ka nniwa di instructor tsa teng kana ba rutuntsi ba teng ga ba ise ba tisiwi ka kwa
ditshwanelo tsa bana le bogole di tshwanetse tsa nna mo molao motheong gore batho ba kana ke re ke batho hela jaaka rona gore bana le bogole ha gore gore go moitsa go nna motho gore ditshwanelo tsotlhe tse le gore mo jaaka bo go batla hase jaaka bo go batla tiro kana go bereka le molao o tshwanetse a be le ditshwanelo tse di mo letang hela jaaka di tsa motswana mongwe le mongwe.
Residents of Tshise Ward also decried of abandoned developments, such as the local clinic that is now dilapidated and not in a good state to be in use. Moreover, poor stormwater drainage systems is also one of the main challenges that has raised as drains now spill over in their homes.
So the clinic ha ka tsamaya mo go yone go dipula o tla bona gore o sotea gore metsi o thela pula tsana mo go yena le nalo le ene ka dina go tsana le ha le ka ipatisa nteng
na le di kgwetho tse re na le tsone tse leng gore ga go ngwarta gore na le ditsompelo tse di tshwanang bo bone bo dikolo go ngwara sa kgone go siana thata le serowe.
However, Water Utilities Corporation representative Ms. Wine Tlafatsa Nogaswa spoke of issues that hinder them as a corporation to deliver on time and help residents. As such, she has assured residents that eventually they will be capacitated to be more effective. Rifilo Mutube, BTV News, Serowe.
The Botswana Prison Services in Gaborone has purchased 14 housing units for staff at a cost of over 15 million pula. Acquisition of these housing units is said to be aimed at improving the comfort of staff members by easing congestion in residential units among officers. This was revealed by the Minister of Defense and Security, Mr. Kagiso Musi, during the official handing over of the houses. Komiso Mapanyani and Bufelo Mutsumi.
Shortage of accommodation has been noted as one of the biggest challenges to the prison staff across the country. Minister Musi highlighted that purchasing those institutional houses is considered as a motivation that will add value to staff welfare, which shall consequently enhance their performance at work.
Today, I will be handing over 14 staff housing units to the prison service, which are intended to address the acute shortage of accommodation for prison officers. This is yet another initiative aimed at enhancing staff welfare. Today's event therefore cements the Ministry's commitment to ensuring that service personnel in the disciplined forces are provided with modern, secure and functional living spaces for them and their families. It therefore goes without saying that the prison service acquisition of these housing units is testimony of government's commitment to supporting citizen economic empowerment, innovation, and infrastructure development, and the importance that my ministry places on providing suitable housing for all officers.
The Commissioner of Botswana Prison Services, Ms. Diana Marate, said purchasing those houses demonstrate their commitment as BPS to improve conditions of services for officers as laid down in their roadmap of improving their staff welfare.
In our continued endeavor to transform the prison service so that it aligns with the best practices for enhanced performance, we have identified human resource as one of the critical components in excellent service delivery. It is in this regard that we continue to recruit new staff in different fields of expertise to augment our already existing disciplines. As a result of this new phase of development, we are more challenged than before to increase the number of housing units to meet the increased demand.
So please keep the houses clean, keep the premises clean, and ensure that there is no vandalism and destruction of any form. It is my hope that providing accommodation will definitely improve your morale and productivity because it is important to hold the service that you offer in high regard and integrity. If we do that, we will definitely be able to facilitate effective rehabilitation of prisoners.
The prison service said in their effort of provision of decent housing, they have considered procuring staff houses in various locations such as Francistown, Mahalape, Bensdrift, Kanye, Gaborone, Lethakane, Muchudi, Maung and Boro. Kumiso Mapanyani, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Botswana Anti-Poaching Unit in Kasane, along with members of the community, assembled at a memorial service at their office for their deceased colleague, Mr. Gabonewe Montsusi from Tamaga, who was killed by an elephant on the 20th of January. Kitswete Emane compiled the report.
The passing of Mr. Gabonewe Montsusi is a tragic incident in his work as a guide who ensured safety of wild animals that eventually ended his life. Therefore, Botswana Anti-Poaching Unit organized the memorial service in honor of the fallen hero and colleague. Mr. Gabonewe Montsusi was remembered as brave, courageous and energetic man in the work environment who protected dangerous wild animals against the deadly armed poachers.
Very agile. He was a young man of superlative performance. He had all the tactics that we needed in the field at that time. Mo crossing yo le Stalini ile mongwe wa batho ba ile gore ne ba itrola go feta ile motho o neng a le marago go a maswe a itsege jalo ne le senata mo tirong ona a dira a le boikobo kana botsothe a le moga ba golane ba gagwe a le moga ditaelo tse di tswang go ba golaneng ba gagwe.
Sadly, the community can only reminisce about how they lived with him.
Kile ka kopana le re mo wa e ba bereka le ene ko di shopong kwa ke morako ra go le motse se nte go tiro motho yo le ha go sitse batho ba go le moelele le a skene tsala motho tsa botho ke le motho ne ke mo tsala gore ke ngwana ke
e le lolo ga yone ibile o na khona go consult maloba era yana o na ntate ke le go lapeng kwa ke ntse ke thagola tla a mo khotsa o na tsa almost 85 days.
It is during these dark and trying moments that smoothing words of encouragement can sustain the bereaved family.
Maiso re mo thulaganyong ya go leka go bona gore ditiragalo tsa mohutao di ska tsa nna seboaboane.
The exceptional service of Mr. Habonwe Muntsusi will remain being a constant reminder for his workmates to emulate and work hard. Kitso Temane, BOTSWANA Television, Kasane.
And Ntabogang Sematlela is standing by to give us the latest in sports. Ntabogang.
Why are we fighting?
No, I was watching when you were talking to Benson that when they say Ntabogang, there must be a fight. Something is not right.
Something is not right.
No, and we are at work. You are Ntabogang. Ntabogang, please give us the latest in sports.
Thank you very much. So now on our sports news tonight, First Division South Lock leaders joining us stars look to cement their place at the top of the lock when they visit 10th place Prisons 11 at SSG grounds on Saturday. The match is one of the 6 billed for week 11 this weekend as the league kicks back into action following a lengthy break due to festive holidays and recent administrative wrangles between the Botswana Football League and Botswana Football Association. Khomzo Safako and Thomas Monamora with the details.
Joining Young Stars go into the encounter after recording 7 wins, a draw and 2 losses to collect 22 points. In the process, Young Stars netted 25 goals and have the best defensive record as they have only conceded 8 goals. Stars will be banking on marksman Saradisi Madi, who have found the back of the net 8 times this season. Prisons, who relegated from the top flight league last season, on the other hand, are 10th after 2 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses. The Warriors have failed to settle in the lower league, having collected only 10 points. In other First Division South matches on Saturday, City Pola welcome bottom of the table Mogodisana Fighters at City Pola Stadium in Ramonaka. Tloko United will be home at Tloko VDC grounds against UB Hawks, while Notwane, who had a shaky end of the year, take on Uri Black Forest at Holy Ghost Arena. Zabon base outfits Desert now traveled to Lobatse to face Spilling Giants Extension Gunners at Lobatse Council Stadium, while Muchuri Sanchez hosts second place Union Flamingo Santos at River Plate grounds. The First Division North League will also be in action this Saturday. Calendar Stars lock horns with the rookies Magungulu Peswa at Nshaka Shokwa Primary School ground. Green Lovers battle for maximum points with the bottom of the pile Peacemakers at Samabajo grounds, while BR Highlanders welcome second place and fellow former Premier League side Mutakaze Power Dynamos at Railway grounds. Still on Saturday, a mouth-watering encounter is expected at Chad Arena as log leaders Chadibe FC face 11th place Mbalakalungu. Chadibe tops the log on 18 points, while Mbalakalungu have managed to collect 10 points from 10 outings. First Division North leading scorer Lamek Mafu will be looking to add to his tally when Biliko United visits Zabote FC at Newtown Primary School, while Mount Base side Sango Bush Parks will be hoping to secure all the 3 points at Mount Sport Complex against Santa Green. Khomzo Sefako, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Traffic head coach Philemon Makwengwe says the prolonged Premier League break has not caused any major distractions to their plans of solidifying their place in the Elite League this season. Makwengwe highlighted that at the team's training session at Leseding Grounds this week when preparing to host Matebele FC on Saturday, where they will be hunting for their 5th win of the campaign. Karabo Sebele reports.
Traffic go into their clash of the new year, going on break for the past 5 weeks, having played their last competitive match on the 22nd of December when they shared the spoils with VTM FC in a 2-2 draw. Head coach is confident of a positive showing on Saturday, despite the league disruptions, which they used to work on several aspects of their play to continue cementing their place in the league.
It affected us adversely. It affected us because the momentum was very high. We had studied our opponents, both opponents, not one by one. The spirit was very, very high. The new players were raring to go. Break you, then the momentum went down. But we worked. We told the players that they should rise up again, and they are rising to the occasion as you see the enthusiasm in training.
During the January transfer window, Tafik went out to strengthen their squad.
So we have beefed up the squad by adding Onkabetse Makhatai from GU. He's ready to play this weekend. He's off for a day or two, but he'll be back over the weekend. We also brought in Femen Buru from 11 Angels to beef up our squad. We are also expecting another goalkeeper in Katarombise, a very experienced goalkeeper from Holy Ghost. So I think that will form the backbone, your team, your Tafik.
Tafik know the importance of securing maximum points against the sides in the top 8 like Matebele, as that will put them in a favorable position to contest for a top half finish. Tafik have already chalked up 4 wins this season, scoring 15 goals from 11 matches to amass 17 points, and Makwengwe challenged his players to work on their opponents' weaknesses.
It's a momentum their game, against Jwaneng Galaxy when they won. Their game, rollers, which I thought they drew. Rollers. It's only game, it's a pedictic, it's strength. They're very determined. They attack from the back. They're very quick. They fight to the bitter end. That's the strength I'm taking.
The clash between Tafik Sporting Club and Matebele FC will kick off at 4 p.m. at Obed Itani Chilume Stadium in Francistown. Karabo Sibili, BTV Sport, Francistown.
And lastly, Matebele FC head coach Elias Chinyamba says his team is ready for the weekend fixture against a tricky Tafik as the Botswana Premier League resumes its Week 15 business this weekend. Kukanzu, who will be boosted by their new signings, will be Machiminyanga's visitors on Saturday at the Obed Itani Chilume Stadium in Francistown. Komzos Fako with more.
Matebele FC, who recently parted ways with their former coach Nicholas Jacobs, go into the Saturday's encounter on spot number 6 in the log with 18 points after 5 wins, 3 draws and 4 losses. Wiggins, who are looking to continue with their recent form, have signed new players to strengthen their team with the addition of 2 goalkeepers, Camarello Khosipula from Township Rollers and Badisa Mpote from Rupula Wanderers, as well as winger Umpile Magale from Pula Roofing.
I think we've got 2 weeks in training now. We are trying to work on combinations, especially that we've got new reinforcements in our team, so we are trying to integrate them in our team. We had a practice match, 2 practice matches, and we are very pleased with what we saw. We are not looking at the log position. Our aim is just to try and collect as much points as we can, and we'll see where we end at the end of the season.
In their last 6 away matches, Chinyamba's Chargers have managed a single win, 2 draws and 3 losses.
Tafik, they're an experienced side with an experienced coach, but football matches, it depends how much you want it and how much have you prepared. And I think from what I saw during the past 2 weeks, we are ready to play Tafik. In Matebele FC, we've never struggled with fitness, mainly because of the average age of our team. We've got a young team. They've got the legs are still good, and I'm expecting a very, very, very good performance from my team. Everyone is ready for selection. The challenge is just to choose who do we leave, who do we pick.
In other Botswana Premier League games to be played over the weekend, defending champions Joining Galaxy takes on VTM at the Galaxy Stadium, while current log leaders Township Rollers take Elonjeni to Silibe Piquim to face Nico United at Samsono Stadium. Security Systems host 11 Angels at Lobaza Sport Complex. Murupule Wanderers lock horns with 12 Flamingos at Palape Stadium, while Police 11 visit Masitaoka at Dinaledi Academy. Only 2 games have been scheduled for Sunday, as the informed BDF 11 will welcome second place Gaborone United at Lobaza Sport Complex, while Orapa United visit Holy Ghost at the National Stadium. Khomozo Sefago, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Khomozo Sefago bringing us to the end of our sports news tonight. Thank you very much for staying with us and have yourself a great weekend. Now Khomozo standing by with the Beckets.
Thank you so much, Ntabukhang. Until we meet again next time, have yourself a fantastic weekend, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Do the same.
Thank you so much. That was Ntabukhang Simatela giving us the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. This president stresses Botswana's commitment to leaving no citizen behind as the country transforms the economy through innovation and technology. Farming subsidies to be extended to mitigate the negative impact of drought to farmers. And in sports, First Division South log leaders joining Young Stars look to cement their place at the top of the log when they play against Presence 11 on Saturday. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News, Ikanyarona, hashtag BW Mindset Change, Change. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Lita. Let's take a look at the rainfall amount recorded this morning. Mboda 20 millimeters, Mangkwedi Khotla 6 millimeters, Hakatla Primary School and Leaders International School 3 millimeters each. Looking at the current satellite image, clouds are visible over most parts of the country. Tomorrow expecting cloudy conditions over Kalahari district, also expecting some partly cloudy conditions with possibility of isolated thundershowers over Ganse, Kalahari, southern, southeast, Katleng, Kweneng, southern, central, and northeast. In the morning, we're expecting warm temperatures over Ngamil and Chobe, central and northeast, ranging between 17 and 19 degrees Celsius. Also expecting hot temperatures between 20 and 23 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, we're expecting hot temperatures over the entire country, ranging between 33 and 35 degrees Celsius. On Sunday, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with possibility of isolated thunder showers with hot afternoon temperatures over the entire country. That's the weather forecast. Good night.